Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. How is everyone doing today? It is Tuesday, March 28th, 2023. I'm a half an hour behind schedule. There is a good reason for it. There's no, it's easy. Yeah, I slept in. We, uh, in my case, I woke up yesterday an hour early. I was up at about 2:30 local time for my day, and I stayed up and I turned off my alarm yesterday morning because I didn't want it to go off at 3:30 and wake up Jen. But last night I forgot to reset the alarm for 3:30. So this morning Jen is sort of turning over. She's going, "Hi." I go, "Hi." She says, "Look good. You know what time it is?" I go, "Nope." She says, "It's 20 after 5." Wow. I think I'm a little behind my schedule right now. So, yeah, here we are. Welcome. Welcome to the show. I don't have 20 assistants who handle all the other coordination. It's the one man wrecking crew. And what are you going to do? We're here. We're here. We're here. So there will be no trade alert show today because I can't do two at the same time. I figure, well, we'll just go right on with this show and say hi. How are you? Good morning, all, and I'm glad to see you here. Also, a special say hi and hello shout out to three particular individuals. One from Dortmund, one from somewhere here in California, and I don't know where the third guy's from, but Andrew, you know who you are. And they all sent me private emails. Are you all right? Which is kind of nice. Appreciate that. Fantastic. Don't mind that at all. We're here. We're good. We're up and running, and we're back in business. I'm a little tired, but hey, we're good to go. So welcome all to the program. Where are we at this with this market here? Let me just take a look here. Here we go. We've got the Dow is off 36 points at the moment. Pre-market. It's been kind of quiet, and we're down 7 on S&P, down 23 on Nasdaq. 0.18 of a percentage point loss on the Nasdaq. It's a nothing burger. 1 cent loss on oil. They've been missing me too. There's nothing going on there. I'm already wondering where's Uncle Bruce. I'm not trading until he shows up. Very quiet. The economic news that came out was some trading numbers that came out, and now we're just noticing the Case-Shiller 20 home price index falls 0.4% in January. That just came out. So we're just now getting some more economic data today. It's the U.S. home prices falling for the seventh straight month in January for home prices in America. And let's see, just double checking here. Yeah, Case-Shiller 20 home survey, 20 home city survey off again in price. So that's what's going on there. U.S. trade deficit in goods rises slightly to 91.6 million. That came out a little bit. And what else is going on? By the way, do you remember? This just came to mind. So I'm just reading some headlines about commercial real estate, and there's issues there. Do you remember about a month or two ago? I made a comment to all of you about how some of these ETFs that are into there were private equity ETFs that were into real estate weren't able to meet cash withdrawal requirements. Do you remember me talking about that? This is where they're only about 5 or 10% in cash, and the rest of their investments are real estate. And you can't just liquidate, you know, three 3% of a shopping mall to pay somebody off in cash. You sell all of it, or you find a buyer for a big chunk of it. And so these outfits were delaying payouts to investors. They were limiting how much money you could withdraw because they didn't have enough cash on hand at the time. Now these entities, they collect money every month. They do get paid every month from some mortgage holders and some borrowers and stuff, but generally they're 90% invested in hardcore real estate, office towers, and all of that. And now today, again, I'm reading more of this, and I've been reading this now the last week about banks who are having liquidity issues are tied up in all kinds of assets, including mortgage assets for commercial real estate, and some of these guys are some of these banks are very much into office lending. They were into strip mall lending. They were into industrial storage facility lending, all this kind of stuff. I mean, they're diversified. They have to be, and they've made loans in various sectors of the economy, which it's what good bankers do. They have a wide footprint of investing. Don't mind me, I've got a smudge on my glasses. They have a wide footprint of investing that they, or assets they have, so that they don't have everything in just used cars or everything into crypto borrower money or stuff like that. The problem is that when you're into certain areas of lending, the item you are lending money towards, what you're assisting, it might not be as liquid as he could be when there's a crunch. Like if you're a bank that lends money to a stockbroker can lend money to clients on margin. The brokerage firm lending money on margin can call your margin call if there is a call necessary and can liquidate your position today. They then can fire a wire to the bank that day for a cash call. That's liquid. That's really liquid. Now, that same bank happens to have a loan out on a 35 or 55 story office tower somewhere. And they need to, they would like to get out of the mortgage that they have on it. They have a $50 million mortgage that they own on this thing. And it's a $500 million building. They're going 1/10 of the mortgage. You can't just liquidate that in a microsecond. You got to make some calls and some arrangements. Sometimes you can find the other partners of the building that have the rest of the mortgage, and they will take you out and say, "Yeah, we'll take your $50 million over, and we'll fire the dough in like 2-3 days when the lawyers get it all figured out." But it's not as liquid as the stock market. And used car lending, you got to repossess cars and sell them, and it takes days, weeks. So banks have a problem with liquidity, depending on certain kind of assets that they're lending against. And I'm getting more and more stories are showing up, more and more commentary about commercial real estate and the vacancy rate of office towers in various cities in USA. I know in Canada there's an office tower problem. Even in Calgary, they were talking about converting some office towers to condos, maybe having the top 20 floors would be condominiums, the bottom 20 floors would be offices, and the ground floor would be retail, something like that. But to convert a building like that, it has to be completely empty right off the get-go, and you have to completely gut it, and you have to completely build. You're talking a 2-year redo. You can't do this in 30 days. No quick reno projects like that are available. So there's a lot of angst out there, a lot of concern among commercial real estate lenders, borrowers, builders, developers, designers about the future of business in America, in Canada, and Europe. What will the ultimate game plan be? Certain cities are quite happy to have more housing be created because they have a shortage of housing in their cities. Land is land, and there's only so much of it. You don't want to have people 8 miles from downtown, 12 miles downtown, 30 miles from downtown being part of a city. Doesn't make the downtown very viable anymore, where all those office towers are, if you can't get to them. So if you have apartment buildings and condos in and around the core, and part of the core becoming residentialized, then you can maybe have a cohesive whatever. But for the lenders, it's a nightmare because they've already got existing mortgages on existing buildings, and now they have to guess, along with the developers, about the success of a structure that might be built just as a combination condo tower and residential office tower. Theoretically, though, you can build an office building and sell it as a condo. So offices are condos. The apartments at the top are condos. So everything is pre-sold by the developer. So they then will only take what was called bridge financing, construction financing. So they'll borrow the money as they build the building up, but the building is sold off on pre-sold with their real estate division. And so the bankers are happy to extend loans to build the structure, and no, they're fully paid off the minute the key is handed over from the contractor to the owners of said structure. And that's when all this dough changes hands from the buyers of all these condos to the developer, from the developer to the bank for the bridge financing, and all is well. Can be complicated, and that's why you don't see them everywhere all the time. But it might be the new normal going forward. One never knows. Anyway, I'm beginning to watch that about liquidity, because the Federal Reserve has stepped in to say to all banks, if you own U.S. government debt and the debt has dropped in value because of the higher interest rates from the Fed, we will allow you to deposit these bonds as collateral to us, the Fed, to borrow money from us, the Fed, to allow you to handle your depositors at par, at 100 cents on the dollar. It might be trading at 80, 85. We'll give you 100 because you know, and I know, says the Fed, your bonds are worth par value on maturity. And who issued them? We did. We, the Fed, issued the debt. So we're good for the debt. We'll honor the debt, and we'll give you liquidity you need in the meantime. As these bonds pay interest every month or every year, or however long these bonds are for, cash comes to the banks as owners of the bonds, allowing the banks to throw the interest back to the Fed to lower the loan that they have from the Fed to handle these withdrawals. It's a slow motion payback, but it's a payback from within the bond itself. Some of these banks are just handing the Fed 6-month notes, 3-month notes, 30-day notes that mature in 30, 60, 90, 120 days. And the Fed is going to hold all that. They're going to keep that all there with the Fed until maturity on each of those notes. They mature out into cash, 100% par value, all as well. But a 10-year note might be trading at 80 cents on the dollar, where a 30-day note trades at 99.2 cents on the dollar, because the 30-day note is 30 days away from full maturity, where the 10-year note is 10 years away from full maturity and has a bigger discount until it rallies back. It's complicated, but it's done, and it's a way for the Fed to calm the bankers down, where they don't have to run to Wall Street to try to raise money when nobody wants to give them any money. They can fund all of their withdrawals as long as they have enough bonds in their portfolios to cover the withdrawal requests from depositors. Now, in some cases, in most cases, I would bet you that 2/3 of all the deposits that a bank has is backed by bond investing. The 1/3 left over would be big mortgages, long-term mortgage investing, and other type of assets. But if they don't have a run on 3/4 of all their deposits, they should be okay. And generally, it took 20%, 25% of Silicon Valley bank depositors to withdraw their money to cause Silicon Valley to go under. They were so leveraged on bonds, they were over leveraged, and they couldn't get liquidity on it. So they started to sell bonds to raise the cash to give back to the depositors, because they had the value. They had the assets of the depositors just in bonds. But as soon as they started selling bonds, they had to then book the losses of those bonds on their accounting sheets, which then technically made them insolvent. 20 years from now, they're not insolvent because all the bonds matured. But today you're insolvent. And so there's the problem. And that just fed the whole thing. Anyway, that's I don't want to bore you with that, but that's what's going on. More of that is still being talked about. This banking crisis is calm right now. It's not like at the top of the news, but it isn't far away from the top of the news. There's still a lot of work being done behind the scenes to shore up the banking system in America, Europe, and elsewhere. So we'll have to we'll keep an eye on all of that. By the way, oil is up 22 cents today. Had a big day yesterday, $73 a barrel. This is the highest price we've seen in crude probably in a month. I'm guessing. I don't quote me on that to be exact, but it's been a while since we've seen oil at 73. Today only up 22 cents. I read this morning that Alibaba is breaking into 6 separate units to maximize shareholder value, they say. Here's what how I read it. Okay, this is the old man who doesn't, isn't all that crazy about how the Chinese run their affair and how they screw their people. I think what's going on is they're breaking the company into six pieces because they don't want Jack Ma to control the whole thing anymore. This Jack Ma persecution continues, and they basically kicked him out of there so that he has more time for his family. And now, what these Chinese officials are doing is they're breaking this company into 15% segments, six small segments, and then they're going to stack the board of directors with their favorite overseers, which will be Communist Party officials that will report to other senior Communist Party officials, so that no one piece of the six will dominate the market again, like Alibaba was and could have. Alibaba is already a shadow of its former self because it's been crushed by the government of China because it became way too powerful. And now, by slicing it into six more pieces, they are going to ensure that Jack Ma and no other person like a Jack Ma ever shows up again to dominate business like it did. Because the last thing the chairman of the Communist Party, Mr. Xi, needs is someone as popular as Jack Ma to steal the spotlight on what do you think China should do? What do you think about the Chinese banking system? These are microphones, by the way, for the Jack Ma. When Jack Ma became the spokesperson or a go-to person to ask about Chinese economics and the Chinese banking system and the investment market, the Chinese communist guys were horrified because they went, wait a minute, but this is a free enterprise guy who's talking on behalf of our country. Oh, we're not going to have that. We're going to give him a permanent holiday. We could just arrest him for being a traitor, but no, we won't do that. That won't look good. So we'll give him some time off. We'll allow him to resign from all of his positions. We'll give his company a $2.5 billion fine for improper bookkeeping, and then we'll split the damn thing up into six slices, and then we'll change it all over, and that way there won't be any more Jack Ma's to deal with. And that's exactly what happened today. And they're calling it maximizing shareholder value, is what they're calling it. And they can cook the books all they want to try to show you that separately six companies are worth 1.5 times what Alibaba's worth as one big fat unit. But the reality is there are now six boards of directors, six CEOs, six CFOs, and a whole bunch of secret police directors of these companies. These companies are members of the secret police to report back to Beijing what the hell's going on inside Chinese business. And if you are gullible enough to buy stocks in any of those six entities and any other Chinese entities, you are buying into entities that report straight to Beijing, their affairs, and they can be at any time confiscated for improper behavior, according to the Chinese officials. China doesn't mind companies making a lot of money. They love it, actually. It's just that the money they have to make, they would really like to keep a lot of that inside China to make China even better. After all, we're communists, that's what they like to say. And, we like kind of like the old communist way, one for all and all for one. And the one is China and the one is communist China. And, we're the leaders of communist China. So it's all for us. And there you go. So don't be surprised if the top, the banking relationships, the real estate relationships, the accounting relationships, all the lawyers they have on hand. Do not be surprised that all these six companies, their entire structure will be all organized in that every layer of the company in every department has people who run all these different departments that all are part of the communist machine that watches and studies the behavior of every single individual inside China. So there are no free liberties in China. Your affairs are tracked in every step of the way. So there you go. This is what's going on. Don't buy into anything else. Just saying. All right, we're only down 25 on the Dow with 40 minutes to go. We're down 6 on S&P. We're down 13 on NASDAQ. So these markets are not doing anything dramatic at this point. It's one of those quiet openings at this point. There's some news coming up, but it doesn't seem to be shocking anyway. Thank you, all of you, for the thumbs up so far. Thank you for saying good morning and worrying about me and everything. I appreciate it. I'm glad to see all of you saying hi to me and all that. Fabulous. And congratulations to all of you who are here. And let's go, let's go. Deep Value saying GameStop almost hit $24 in the pre-market for a split second. I don't see much action here at this point. 22.87 on good old GameStop. Not much going on. And that's the story as I see it. Okay. What do we got here? John, I bought $12,000 worth of Spire yesterday. I'm not quite sure why. That makes 16,545 shares in Spire. Oh dear. They did acquire another one of these contracts, another one of these government contracts. I mentioned this yesterday. Oh, that coffee's good. They nailed down another government contract yesterday to add to a series of government contracts they have in weather reporting for military purposes. They do a lot of handling of satellite trajectories and what have you. The question is, at the end of the day, is can they assemble enough contracts to manage satellites, which are being launched all the time and are in tremendous demand, to the point where the revenue that they bring in for doing this type of work makes them actually a profit. I believe they can. That's why they've gone through all this work to get their company to where it is, and they're taking all this. They're spending a lot of money in legals and accounting to adhere to exchange traded rules, and they're a public company for a reason, and on and on and on and on and on. The question for investors is when do they turn a profit? How much longer is that? And will the street give a crap? And if they did become a profitable corporation, what would the stock be worth then? Sort of thing. That's it. In the meantime, the company is not a top 10 talked about company. They're not talked about like SoFi is talked about. SPACs as a whole, former SPACs and current SPACs, are still being treated as bad companies with bad people, which is just garbage. They've in my humble opinion, I think SPACs have a necessary place. And in this market now, you want to go public as a private corporation. The SPAC business, as it was 3 years ago, with a few changes, was the perfect vehicle to go public with, and would be now the perfect vehicle to use to go public, because you can raise cash from investors at $10 a share. An investor can buy $1,000 worth of stock at $10 a share and throw it into this SPAC, and then the SPAC takes over this private company, and you have a publicly funded organization. Try to do an IPO right now. Good luck. Go to Wall Street and try to do an IPO in this market. You can't do it. There is no cash for IPOs. There's no broker that's willing to even talk to you about throwing $100 million into your company to get you all prepped up to then do an IPO 2 years from now. There's none of that type of stuff. So, what the SEC is, they're protecting investors against shady operators and deals and blah, blah, blah. Well, the SEC has thrown the baby out with the bathwater and has attacked all SPACs out there as if they're all enemies of the state, and made life very hard for them up until they got their assets vended in. And thankfully, Spire is beyond all that. They are a free trading, free-standing public company that's not a SPAC. They are no longer anything to do with a SPAC. But they now have to stand on their own 2 feet, and they need to keep attracting these contracts that they've been going after. And they will. That's what they're going to do. Maria is here, number 77, Drew 878. Hi, guys. Anyway, there you go. Here, Spire is saying, I heard this in Germany as well. There's already a project finished in Essen, Germany. That's a huge industrial city where more apartments and a local kindergarten were created inside an old restored office building. Yep, that's right. In Germany, it's not uncommon to have 10 apartment blocks in a few block radius, and each apartment building is 10, 12, 15 stories tall. And one of the a number of them, but one in particular on the ground floor, would have been designed from the very beginning as a 10-story tall apartment building. But the ground floor is a grocery store, and it's the size of a Safeway. It's big, but there's no parking lot beside said grocery store. The grocery store is catering to the 10 apartment buildings around it, and we're talking about 1,500 apartments with 3,000 people, 2 people per apartment, let's say. Some have families, some don't. And then the surrounding neighborhoods from there. And all the folks who frequent the grocery store arrive on foot, just pulling a little wagon behind them, or one of those little two-wheeled units made of wire, whatever. Then you put your grocery bags in there. Others just show up with backpacks on, and a lot of folks show up in their bikes, and their bikes are pulling a little trailer, or they have a big basket in front of them, and they're buying enough groceries for tonight, today, and tomorrow. And it's not uncommon for Germans to visit their local grocery store every 2 days to buy enough food for the next couple of days. There's none of this, no need to buy 2 weeks worth of groceries. The store is right there. It's open 6 days a week, closed on Sundays, and open till 8 or 9 at night every night. So you get home from work, you go straight to the grocery store, you buy your food for the evening for your dinner. You pick your dinner out from the grocery store, whether it's pre-made or whether you're cooking something. You might buy some bratwurst sausages and some sauerkraut and a couple of fresh buns, and we need some mustard. Grab a mustard, pick up a 6-pack of beer, and off you go. And that you go home with that. There's dinner and a couple of brewskis. Enjoy some soccer on TV, some football, whatever you're watching, and that's tonight. Tomorrow, back to work. At the end of the day tomorrow, coming back to the same grocery store. And during the day, you're texting your better half, if you're living with your better half. What do you want to do for dinner tonight? And whether we're going out or whether we're buying something from the store, prepping it. This is quite common. And so these buildings have these integrated systems. They don't yet have offices on the first 3 floors and then real estate. But in some cases, yes, there are little office complexes amongst these apartment complexes. And that's where your lawyer is, your accountant is. That's where maybe on the ground floor is a shoe repair place. There's a hairdresser over here, laundromat services, all the services you need for the real estate livers, those who live in real estate around the area. Those services are all there. But to get to office, to the work, to get to the job, if you're a city dweller, you're going to hop on a trolley and or the subway, which is all interconnected with buses and whatnot to get to work and back. And away you go. Anyway, that's Germany. Very efficient. JD, 12,000 to spend on Spire. That cash must have been burning a hole in your wallet. I wonder about the origin of that phrase. John Biscuit, I had 200,000 in the bank earning nothing, and I was a bit worried about another banking crisis, so I've diversified. I have a theory Spire will be taken over, so worth a punt. There you go. And that wouldn't surprise me either, that Spire will get to the point one day where they've broken even. They're making money now. And they have contracts that are 3-year, 5-year, 10-year contracts that you can just count on this cash flow. This isn't like a company that builds something and hopes they sell it and then they have enough money to survive another few years. These are ongoing maintenance contracts with satellite trajectories and data sharing and so on. It's like a utility. It's like a telephone company. It's like a cable company providing a service with existing equipment, but they don't own the satellites. That's the best part. It's not, these aren't their satellites. They're just licensed to run the satellite. It's like a building manager. The building is owned by Citadel or whoever owns the building, but you're just managing the building for a fee. And so you don't have to worry about the value of real estate around you. You just keep that building in tip-top running shape. Well, that's what they're doing with these satellites. And it could well be that maybe Elon Musk's company someday, or Richard Branson's, or a division of Honeywell, or a division of Rockwell, or a division of whoever in the space world comes along, or Amazon comes along and just buys these guys and absorbs them into their cloud computing blah, blah, blah division. And Spire is a separate entity inside that monster entity. And those positive cash flows will now flow to the new owners. But I don't see that this week, next week, this month, this year. I see Spire growing and growing and growing into a larger and larger provider of data handling with satellites. And someday the market will reward this company with a higher price. That's my guess. Susan Shops about. Good morning, everybody. Number 88. Hello there, Bobby. What's your average, John? John, 170, laughing out loud. Yeah, I bought the average down a lot, but it's still up there. Flint Creek. John, I know a great soap company needing a cash infusion. JD, maybe an M&M fund earning almost 5% for the rest of it. Let's see. It's liquid, not like a CD where you can take it out whenever. JD, but here's hoping she blasts off. Larry Titus, good morning, all. I'm number 92. We are open, Larry. Thank you. How are you, everybody? Let's see. What else is going on? What's going on? I got to move forward here. I'm just way behind on all these comments. Thank you, everybody, for being here, waiting me out. Great to see you all. A lot of folks talking to each other. Good morning. Hi from Sweden, says Bjorn. Let's see. Extreme Edition, Extreme Edison, I think a SPAC's either a big winning lottery ticket or their taxable loss. Bjorn is number 113. Good morning, Bjorn. DB, True Socialist, likes 15-minute cities. I don't know what that means. What else? Well, Larry, thank you for hitting those bells. Larry for president. Thank you, Larry. Rock on. White Feather. Thank you, Larry. Karen, good morning. Number 60, thumbs up. Market is now open. John Biscuit, I agree, Bruce. I don't need the money, so can wait it out with my spare investment. TC Lamar, 93 here. Welcome all. Thank you all for these thumbs ups. We were late today starting off, but we're here. We're alive. We're as well as can be expected. We're here. We're down 34 on the Dow, which is kind of, where we've been all morning. Been a very quiet morning. We got GameStop sitting at 23.11. It looks like up maybe 11 cents. Let me just refresh my big ass iPad, see if it wants to confirm any of this stuff. 23.03 up 3 now, as everything is slowly settling in and waking up. Let's see what else is going on here. We've got ATIP at no trades yet. SoFi 576, 575 down 1. Tesla at 190 down $1. Apple down 62 cents. Unity is down 16. HBQ off 22. First Republic Bank 1380 down 2. Google down 177. Moderna is up 53 cents. Cisco down 24. Pfizer down 11. IBM down 35 cents. Microsoft down 114. So it's fractional losses all over the place as an early start. We'll see how it all settles in here. 35 to 47 points on the down dip right now. On the Dow, looks like 37 now. S&P down 12. NASDAQ down 50 points. NASDAQ's the loser, 0.43%. Not a big loss. 0.12 of a percentage point for the Dow. Oil down 24 cents at 72.58 at the moment. And that's the opening salvo here that we have going across. And thank you. Pulse Guitar, I am number 119 on your thumbs up meter, Bruce. Thank you, everybody. It looks like Tesla's free falling. Thinks Splair. Well, that's 190 down 169. Home Skillet, I'm number 120, Bruce. Thank you, everybody. Appreciate that. It looks like Tesla in the last week now, a full week ago, we had the shares at 199, about $200. Then a day or two later, we were at 198. And then on March 24, which is 4 days ago, that would be what, Thursday, 188, 188-ish, a little recovery to 196 yesterday, got up there, and here we are now at 190.25. So we're not back to the lows of last week yet, last Thursday. The low trade for the stock lately has been March 13th at 168. That was the low range, March 13th. So that's 15 days ago, 2 weeks ago. We were around 168. Took a run to the 190 something, but we couldn't go higher than the previous high, which was 214, if you recall. And now we're faltering. And the story goes, pardon me, people. The story goes that the $7,500 tax credit that buyers of Teslas can qualify for is running out of time. It expires on the 31st. So that's in 3 days. So by the end of this week, it is possible that the Tesla tax break will be altered, changed, reduced, eliminated, I don't know what. Nobody know. Like there's this expression. We don't know. That's not good for the markets. Markets don't like, we don't know. They like certainty, and they're not getting it from Tesla because they can't get it from Tesla. Tesla can't give it to anybody and say, I can tell you exactly what's going to happen with the tech. They don't know. It's at 190, 189.93 a share. So can the shares of Tesla, as I mentioned yesterday on the opening show, can the shares of Tesla go back to 160.65? Yes, they can. Will they go to 160.65 is the question. At 189.93, some people are saying, aha, Bruce, you've done it again. You genius, you. You predicted that the shares will go down, and they are going down. We're going to find out, everybody. That's all I can tell you. We have to stick around and watch the show. Will they have a free fall? $10 a day for 10 days? No. Will they slump $3, $4, $5 a day? That might be the way it does it. It'll drop $7, $8, come back a few bucks, and then drop a little, come back a few bucks, and slowly slip. Well, right now, 189.10. We're down to 72. There you go. The Dow is up a whopping 3.9 points right now, and S&P is negative. NASDAQ is negative. Higher inventories offset slight rise in trade deficit in goods and could boost U.S. GDP, headline says. I wouldn't buy into that headline. A slight rise in inventory is not going to save the American economy from the devastation of inflation that is still out there. Just keep your eyes over towards Europe because they're ahead of us. They're ahead of America. They're ahead of Canada. They're all ahead of North America. We are trailing the future because Europe is in the future. They had inflation before we did. They had much higher inflation before we did. They now have labor problems because of inflation that hasn't happened in America yet to any massive extent. You have not yet seen the strikes that you're going to see all summer long in America and in Canada. You are about to enter a very turbulent time for labor negotiations in North America. It's coming. It's happening in Europe now. They're showing us in living color what's going on over there. Germans in the transportation business walked off the job yesterday. That was 2.5 million workers stayed home. 2.5 million workers stayed home yesterday. Just like that. Boom. Over. Done. Shut everything down. Wait until the inflation talk hits here, because if the German rail workers get a rail increase, a price increase of wages of 10% in that neighborhood, the postal workers already got 11.5 in Germany. Then the next sector, teachers, government workers, all kinds of business and all these factories are all going to have to raise their prices, their wages by 8, 10, 12% to appease everybody. Because there's no damn way a hardworking worker at Volkswagen is going to accept getting a 3% raise when the postal guy who delivers mail to his house gets 11.5. That's not going to be, they're not going to stand for that. So get ready. This is coming. The inflation rate in Europe is going to stay elevated for a lot longer than people want. The ECB, the European Central Bank, which is the Federal Reserve over there, they have to raise rates to 6%. They've got to raise rates another 2.5% over there to quell this. America is being given an artificial holiday right now. They're being given a little timeout, just a tiny timeout. The Fed has paused interest rate rises. Maybe one more quarter of a point is all they want to do for the rest of this year, and they want to just lay low and just stay flat. The Europeans can't do that. The Europeans don't have that luxury because their inflation rate is embedded deep into their economy, and it's still festering out there. And it's going to happen through all of Germany, France, Poland, Czech Republic, Italy, Spain. All the EU are going to have massive pay raises. And Britain, the UK, is a basket case. It's a complete basket. There are already rotating strikes in the UK happening now, and the government is saying, we cannot give you more than a 3 to a 5% raise. And the workers are going, yes, you will. you will give us a 10% and 15% raise because we're sick and tired of 2 years of inflation at between 10 and 16% and not getting a raise at all. No, that we'll walk because it doesn't pay us to work for you guys. This is the problem that's happening over there. And part of that is on its way over here. It's going to infect us here. And that means inflation will rise again in North America. If you believe strongly that inflation is over, you're naive. It's not over. Inflation has just done its first little rollover, and now it's going to do the second rollover. And it went from 0 to 8% or so to 5.5%, 6%, and now we're going to roll it up to 10 to 12 because we don't have enough blockages in place to stop the inflation train going higher. That's the bottom line, and that's what it is. Sorry, but the old man just been around too long to have seen this before. And if we have bank turmoil and turbulence now at 4.5%, you ain't seen nothing yet. This is why the Fed's in the background, the Federal Reserve and the Treasury Department, the administration, the Senate, and some members of Congress and committees are in deep secret negotiations to say, what if this happens? What if this happens? What if that happens? What should we have in place? What should we consider doing? What legislation should we bring out? Should we ensure all deposits for all Americans for unlimited deposit, not 250,000, any amount, maybe up to 10 million per person, whatever. What's the number? Is there a number? Is it limitless? Can we assure Americans to the point where they won't run to their banker or run to their cell phone and withdraw money from their banks and throw it into money market funds? Can we keep that from happening? Because if Americans as a whole believe that the American banking system is illiquid and is ill-equipped to handle whatever's going on here, you got yourself a national problem, not a little Silicon Valley bank problem in Frisco or a little Signature Bank problem in little old New York for some crypto people. No. Now you have a national nightmare, and this turns into an international economic crisis overnight. Can't have that. Can't have it. Now, if Powell's confidence is waning, if the confidence in Powell isn't there from Democrats and Republicans, then Powell will find himself resigning and let someone else take over. There is always that, but you don't want to have that happen because that is an admission of serious problems, of really bad problems, and that is worse than keeping him around. So you have to know that behind the headlines and behind closed doors, there are very nervous people looking at a whole lot of crap out there. And you as option writers, you do not have to fear the upside. This market is not about to hit new all-time highs. There is no economic conditions being formulated and being put together that will make the markets go higher. And politically, there's no hope in hell of the United States having a good economic year this year or next year, because this year is the first year of the Republican House. Next year is a presidential election year. Nothing is going to happen on a grand scale that's going to allow this market to have a real run. Nothing. Nada going to happen. And the international community has written off America as being the leader of the economic world at the moment. They just want America to keep themselves together. Can you not fracture yourselves into little pieces? We'd appreciate that over here. We're fighting a war in Europe. We have things to worry about that are far more important than lasers coming down from outer space into California or whatever the hell you guys are talking about over there. We got real problems over here that we have to deal with. That's what the rest of the world is saying to the United States. Americans don't hear it because Americans have a shield of media protection over themselves that keeps all that kind of talk out of America. The only talk Americans hear is talk within, and the talk from within is out of this world ridiculous. And you cannot convince some people that they're listening to garbage. They believe what they believe, and they hear what they hear, and they're certain it's true. And so let's go to Waco and go see Mr. Orange Boy and have fun with this guy and listen to this guy's talk because he wants to make it all great again. Wow. The outside world is going, really? You guys want to go back to this? Are you crazy over there? Yes, we are. We're all nuts over here in North America. What can I say? We are nuts. Anyway, thank you all. I'm glad to be that you're here, and I hope you're going to make some money today, because the option writers are going to make money. There's no ifs, ands, or buts. You're going to make money. 188 on Tesla down, 188.71 down 310. SoFi 572 down 4 cents. GameStop is up 16 to 23.16. Apple is down 86 cents. Unity is down 23 cents. HBQ up a dime. Google off $2. Moderna down 119 to 147. I know a guy who wrote 185s, I think. 185. Cisco down 17 cents. Pfizer up 2. IBM up 3 cents. Microsoft down 268. ME is down 1.5 pennies. Matterport down 1.3. Cyxtera down 1.4. Rocket Lab up a penny. SmartRent up a half a penny. Spire unchanged. Bed Bath Beyond down 0.3 of a penny. Amazon down 13 cents. Home Depot down 14 cents. We're talking nothing burger here, guys. Netflix down 2.30. Vanik down $3. Adobe down $1.88. Goldman up 160 to 320. Boeing up 220. Meta Platforms down 343. Apparently, bonus structures at Facebook are being completely changed out. You know what that means? Pay cuts. It means pay cuts are coming to the existing workers at Facebook. They've already done massive layoffs. They have more coming, and now they're squeezing the rest of the workers to make them feel grateful that they still have a job, and they're going to give them higher performance requirements to make just as much money as before. Watch people walk from Facebook all this year and next year. Meta is insisting that they can grow by getting smaller, and it doesn't ever work. There will be all kinds of turmoil over there. The morale at Facebook is in the toilet and will get worse without question. Did you notice that last year, guess who left the company last year? Do you remember? Did you take your mind back? Who left Facebook about a year and a half ago? And the company's been downhill ever since. Coming to you, I believe her name was Ms. Sandberg. Was that her last name? Ms. Sandberg, who had been there for 20 plus years. She's left. And since she's left, it's been a downhill collapse of all kinds of metrics on Facebook. Zuckerberg isn't running this company to the point where it's going into new stratospheric highs. He lost literally his right-hand woman over there, and it shows. It is showing in all kinds of little ways, and that's what's going on. It's not good. What else is going on here? Royal Caribbean, unbelievably, up $1.77 today. Carvana down 8 cents. Robinhood up 4 cents. BlackBerry down 7 cents. Target up a dime. JP Morgan is up 47 cents. Costco down 95 cents. Walmart down 57. Disney down 38. Nvidia down 470. American Airlines up 2 pennies to 13.96. This is your opening salvo today with a 42-point gain on the Dow. Little turnaround here, barely. We're down 5 on S&P. We're down 60 on the NASDAQ. NASDAQ's off half a percentage point. The Dow's up 0.17. And I don't know. It's a nothing burger either way, but there's no buying across the board coming in. It's selective for sure, just selective. Oil up 14 cents now at 72.95. 22.91 on GameStop, down 9 cents at the moment. That's what's going on, everybody. Do not fear the upside, unfortunately. I would love to tell you that GameStop has clear sailing to 25 and 30. Oh, yeah, it's just going to go there. I don't see that at the moment. I don't see that happening at the moment. 22.93, the market is wishy-washy, and there are issues that we're watching. So anyway, there you go. Okay. SoFi down 3 cents at 5.74 right now. Okay. Welcome everybody to the show. And let's see what happens. 180s, Uncle Bruce. Yeah, baby. I wrote those 180 Modernas. And that little old Moderna stock is trading at the high price of 147.68 as the value of those contracts continues to shrink and shrink and shrink every day, every week. Down they go. Nice going. Uncle Bruce, JR, the floodgates are about to burst. LA Unified has a tentative agreement with their classified workers for a 30+% pay raise. Imagine what happens when the teachers negotiate their contract. Yeah, this wouldn't surprise me, JR. This is probably a 3-year deal, maybe a 4-year deal, but certainly a 3-year deal. And other school boards around the country, yes, shenanigans. It's going to be wild. Teachers should get hazard pay. No kidding. They should get flak jackets. It's unbelievable. It is ridiculous. Crazy. Paul's guitar. I just want to take cruises, sell options while watching dolphins follow the boat. That's all I want to do. And that's an excellent objective to have, sir. I cannot blame you for that. I cannot fault you for wanting to do that. And being an option writer, that is possible. You can definitely look at a world of that kind of world going forward. Travel the world by cruise ship from place to place to place to place over years and years and years. And a little land time, a little sea time, a little land time. Nice. Yeah, me too, says Mama Babe. I like that idea. Blair, cruising with Bruce. Sexton is still up. I must have bagels with Bruce, please. Oh, yes, we should. Let's get rid of the Sexton from traveling with Bruce. Let's put on the bagel today. There we go. How about that? Please, everybody, please subscribe to this channel and don't forget to give us some thumbs ups. Help us out, please. We appreciate it. Thank you for those who are going to the Redbubble store, picking up Redbubble items with stock marks with Bruce all over it. Appreciate that. And here we are, Gold Bagel members. Thank you all. And those who are and are not here as Gold Bagel members, we love you. And welcome to the party, pal. Here we are. Yes, Shez, Paul's guitar. We share the dream, buddy. John Biscuit, my theory for a happy life is when you enjoy Monday mornings more than Friday nights. There's a happy life right there. Okay, speaking of Gold Bagel members, I've got to shift the chat over to members only. Thank you, all of you who've been here from 9 o'clock Eastern on. We were late getting on today, but we finally made it. It's great to have you here. Thank you all for your support of this channel. Whether you're just a lurker, whether you're a lurker that is a subscriber, or whether you're a subscriber and a member of this channel, whether you're a Chillin' with Uncle Bruce level member or you're a Gold Bagel level member, thank you all for all the support and encouragement that you give us here. Jen and I so appreciate it. Thank you all very, very much. And there we go. We're going member only on chat now. Please become a member of this channel and join the finest family YouTube has, the Gold Bagel and Chillin' with Uncle Bruce family on this channel. Thank you all who are doing that. I do appreciate it very, very much. 137 thumbs ups. Thank you for those. That is good stuff. Appreciate it. That is great. We're on our way to 200 thumbs up, slowly but surely. If you can hit that thumbs up button for us, please find a way to do that. That would be terrific. Thank you. I'm here. Let's enjoy the party, says Bagel Babe. There you go. We're here. We're all looking to enjoy the good times. We're up 70 points on the Dow. Looks like 66 points on the Dow. We're down, say, 4.5 on S&P. We're down 56 on NASDAQ. So it's a mixed bag market. Oil down a penny. It doesn't know what to do. That's what's going on right now. Do not fear the upside. If you're an option writer, this is the kind of market you want. This is the kind of market you should be expecting to be getting right now. Option buyers are beside themselves with angst and grief and stress. They can't understand why their stocks won't go to the moon. And option writers are going, there's no hope in hell for your stock going to the moon. There's so many issues out there in the economy. There's no dang way. And so option writers win and win and win constantly by writing calls and watching them depreciate either slow motion or on dips. It's one or the other. You're going to make money. And I congratulate all of you. If any of you do get opportunities to do rollovers, you do them. And if you find that you can make money by buying stocks on nice dip days, you do that. But option writers will win. We're at 22.61 on GameStop, down 39 cents a share at the moment. GameStop has been as low as $22.51 has been the low already. 22.62 at the moment is where we're at on GameStop. Volume today 571,000 in 25 minutes so far. Very, very light volume. And again, with light volume, GameStop cannot maintain prices of this kind. It just can't do it. It needs 10 million a day or more to really get something going. And at 500,000 in the first half hour, that's not going to give us a 10 million share day today. SoFi 572 down 4, Tesla 189 down 281, and Apple 136 lower to 156.92 after breaking 160 last week. Remember, we hit 160 on Apple. And then Tim Cook went to China over the weekend and is telling the Chinese how much he loves them and how important they are to the company and blah, blah, blah. The all-American company Apple is so deep into China, it is scary. And yet Americans keep buying this product, and so do I. Look, I'm guilty too. I love this stuff. I love this merchandise. This logo here, this thing with this logo on here, these are good. This is good stuff. The big ass iPad, my computer, yeah. Oh, top quality product. I would love that this were made in North America. That would be great. It would justify the prices I'm paying for this stuff, because I am not paying third world prices to get this product. I am paying first world prices to get this product made in a section of the third world, in some point in China. There you go. These are made for $50 a piece, and they're sold for $1,500 a piece in Canada. So there be margins in them there hills. Yes, indeed. Anyway, what can I say? Bagel Babes, super worth the membership if for nothing else. But the neat, just the neat alone is worth the membership. Mirko, hey, Uncle Bruce, I made some money yesterday. I rolled a few GameStop 19 June contracts into 22.50 Decembers with a 44-cent contract plus the strike raise. So you gained $3.50 on the contract on the strike raise. They gave you 44 cents additional cash on top of that. $3.94 move per share going from June to December. Nice move. Very, very nice move. And today the stock is down, so way to go. Manager Uncle Bruce, I just need your take on who has more money, Hindenburg Shorting Group or Kathy Woods and other cheerleaders trying to gauge the direction that SQ is going to take today. I don't know. I don't even know who Hindenburg is. I know it's a nickname you're using for somebody. I don't know who you're talking about. So I can't comment. I don't know who you're referring to. I know who Kathy Woods is. I got that part. All right, Cindy. Hey, Uncle Bruce, never did get a postcard. Still love you though. They've gone out now 2 weeks ago, and I am surprised that you don't have it. Keep me posted on that. And those of you who did get your cards, I hope you got them safe and sound. We had one come back to us, and it took me several days to be able to turn it around. And I got it done. Cindy, if you don't get your postcard by the end of the week, would you do me a favor, please? Send me a private email and let me know that you didn't get your card. And when you do, if you do, send me your mailing address inside a private email, and I will get you a card. I have a couple of spares just in case there's a foul up out there. All right, Vash, good. I can't wait to have 10,000 GameStop. So please, no volume, no moon, because I ain't done hoarding yet. Manager, it is a tug of war going on. SQ. Squarespace, cheerleaders are buying and shorters are hitting the ribs or the rips. Someone has to run out of the money sooner or later. JR, Uncle Bruce, you should have heard the conspiracy theories surrounding your tardiness this AM, death or iterations thereof. Massive something PP stuck on the pot watching your show, interest issues, anti-gen issues, and the list goes on. And we wonder why there's so much misinformation. Splayer, Uncle Bruce, what do you think about rolling my $17 November GameStop call up to an $18.75 December GameStop call? Then later, I try to get it closer to the market, near 20, hopefully in the future. Well, you can look at that, or you can sit tight with what you have. The stock could come closer to you, but yes, when the moment strikes, when the moment hits where you can move from November, say, to December, you could move up and it doesn't cost you any money. that's a 175 gain to you on the strike. It also puts your new contract closer to the price of the stock. So of course the shares need only to go to 1875 for you to be at the money, all instead of 17. On the other hand, if you find that you can write a January 24 instead of a December 23, and a January 24 lets you write a 19 or a 20, and for the same arrangement, no cash moving up to 20 from 17, that might be something as well. But it's not necessary to do this today. You can watch this market and see how the shares are going to fluctuate now. Bama Babe said it correctly a week ago. Bama Babe was here a week ago when the shares took off on the earning day, and the day after earnings were released, and the shares popped up to $27. And Bama Babe said it best, saying that a week from now, they're coming back down to where they were. And sure enough, we're back to $22.50 now from 27. And we started at 16 something dollars, 17 something dollars, and so on. And so we're already slumping back this way. The volume isn't there to support the price. And so continued slumping happens. Now, Splair, you can look at those November 17s and sit there and go, well, they're coming back, the shares, the contracts are slipping in price. So you're upside down on the call. Let's assume you wrote them when the shares were lower, the shares have gone up, your calls have gone up in value. Now you're watching them drift back to where you wrote them at. Maybe you wrote them here and they're coming back to you. You don't have to do anything. You don't have to do a thing right now. And if these shares give up $1.50 in the next few days to 21, you've only got a $4 contract sitting in front of you now, a book value, instead of a $5.50 contract or a $6 contract or a $9 contract that you had before. This is working your direction. And a rollover, you might still do a rollover to December or January, 3-4 days from now, a week from now. Then again, you might not. You might sit back and say, Bruce, these shares keep slipping and slipping and slipping. They want to get back to 20. They're only 3 in the money. My calls are only 3 in the money. What do I need to do anything for? And in effect, you really don't. But you keep your eyes on the option chain at all times to just see what the possibilities are for a rollover at all times. Those 17 Novembers are 740 to 805. So with a 740 bid, that's a 24.40 price on those contracts, and the stock's at 22.50. So there's $1.90 of premium that has to disappear, which it will between now and November, but you're not going to wait that long. Certainly coming your way. If you wanted to look at December calls, like you said, 1875s or 665 bids, 730 offered. I wouldn't be in a hurry to make that move. To look into January calls, January 2024s, the 1875s are being offered at 745. The 20s are 640 to 685s. And at the moment, I wouldn't do anything. Just nothing. I would just sit back and say, you know what? These calls are coming down. These $17 calls for November. There we go. They were at 9.15 yesterday. Last time they traded was 9.15. I don't know how long ago that was. And now their bid is 740, and the bid is backing up. It's coming down, down, down. Right now, I just sit there and cross my arms like this and say, you're not getting it. I'm not making a move right now. Spirit, I think that's your best bet, is just sit tight. Manager Hindenburg is the group who gives out the warning short report on a company. If they're doing a shenanigans before they take a short position, a Pulse Guitar, them Bagel, manager, sorry, I mean to say that they take a short position and then they issue to report. I need coffee. Zach, 141 thumbs ups. Hector, JR, he's here, and being a pundit, he is fine. Split up. That's an idea with January, but I thought about it to save it up. My second call is written into earnings strength from Wednesday, 20 November, after closing on Tuesday into the lows. Yeah, I would just sit tight right now. Don't make a move at all. Let this stock show us what it's made of right now. I am observant. I'm watching how little trading there is. The volume is so low that there is no groundswell of desire to get in. The thinking is maybe GameStop will make money now going forward. Where's the buyers? Why aren't the buyers getting in if they believe that every quarter they're going to make money? I think people are doing this and saying, you show me another quarter of profit. One quarter isn't enough. I need to see you making money in the first quarter of 2023 when there is no holiday Christmas, there's no holiday spending. Show me that your cost cuts are having the effect of making you even profitable, even in the first quarter, over and above the fourth quarter. Because if you can't make money in the fourth quarter, you'll never make money as a retail company. You got to make money in the fourth quarter. That's where it comes from. But you show me that you can also make money in the first quarter, and you can also reduce inventories in the first quarter. You show me that, and you're for real. And maybe that's what people are saying. They're kind of going, I'll buy you, but I'm not going to overpay until I know for sure you're a legit retailer on the way up. Can you blame them for that? I mean, it's trading at multiples that are unfathomable because for the last year it hasn't made money. The company still loses money for the last 12 months combined. Even if you call that quarter 41 million, you add that in. For the final 12 months, they've lost money. For the next 12 months, will they make money? And if so, how much do they make in total? Do they make $45 million for the whole year? That's not good enough. I mean, 41 million in one quarter and 4 million for the rest of the year, not good. No. That's not what the street wants. The street wants to see more. So let's see what gives. That's just me. If you're writing, you're writing. And if you're writing calls, you're making money, and you're going to make money writing calls. There you go. Okay. What else is going on? What else is going on? Going on. Spare, you're going to be okay. I got all those messages coming through. You're going to be great. And just sit tight. Nothing to do that. There you go. Okay. It's all good. We are right now on the Dow ahead by 100 points, 103 gain for the Dow Jones. At least I'm assuming that's accurate. Yep, that's accurate. GameStop is off 48 cents, so it's going the wrong direction with the Dow going the other direction. The S&P is down 1.6. It's just not joining the party at all. And NASDAQ's down 63, down a half a percentage point. And NASDAQ is not interested in going higher right now. So that's a sign this market has got a mixed reaction going on here. Some Dow stocks are reacting positively to lower interest rates at the moment on treasuries and the banking thing being settled. But NASDAQ is a growth stock index. Growth. There ain't no growth being shown here by a number of companies. There's no growth. There are layoffs being shown by companies right now. That's what they're talking about. Layoffs. That's not good for growth stocks. And so S&P is having a neutral day. NASDAQ is lower. The Dow is up 100. Here you go. All right. U.S. Consumer Confidence Index rises to 1.04.2 in March from a revised 1.03 above forecast. I would love to know what that was like the day after the banks went under. I'd really like to know how they feel about it then. I'm not sure if I want to be reading too much into this. This had to be before the banks were rescued by the Fed. Yeah, we'll see about that. All right. Bagel Babe says, Uncle Bruce, I'm going to write my first covered call on GameStop this week. My GameStop is inside a Roth IRA. Been rewatching all of your classes in preparation for this move. Right on. Congratulations. Spirit, I agree. Wouldn't buy it now a lot. GameStop as well. Said sitting back is actually really the way to go for a long-term buyer. There you are. Patience, my friends. Crossing your arms and letting premiums come to you. Tesla down to 189, as I said earlier, down 276. The low on Tesla today 187.85. Apple down 121 to 157 a share. We've got Unity down 29 cents to 27.78. Those of you who've written $30 calls on Unity have got to be watching a call coming your direction nicely. And I say, way to go, you guys. Nice job. HPQ down 20 cents a share. Google down 182. There you have it. And NTGen is
a bit of
here.
red on that screen.
There's a bit of red, even though the Dow's up 100. Everyone else is red, more or less, at the moment. How are you this morning?
I am good. How are you?
Well, there was some concern, apparently. Apparently, there were a number of messages being shared between members of the Discord channel. I think that's where most of the commentary was happening. Where is he? What could have happened?
Nobody knows his phone number.
What could have happened to this guy? And I had 3 emails come in from 3 concerned followers just asking, is everything all right?
Is everything okay?
You good? Anything to worry about?
No earthquakes. Everything's fine.
I think now in hindsight, I should have reacted to one particular individual, and that individual would have then passed the word on to the Discord.
Yes, sure.
And calmed everyone down. But it didn't occur to me at the time because I thought, well, just 5 minutes. Just let me get a coffee. I mean, let me wake up. I mean, give me a break.
I know. We forgot to turn the alarm back on.
What can I say? I got up nice and early Monday and I forgot to reset the alarm for Tuesday.
And it was cold last night. Our furnace was kicking in.
Oh my God. Our furnace
so
is
we were toasty in a cold room.
Our furnace is set for 64 here. I mean, the furnace only comes on if the temperature breaks 64 degrees inside the condo, and the furnace kicked in last night.
That's what woke me up this morning. Was the sound of the furnace kicking on.
This meant we had clear skies here because that all the heat just rised up off the floor, just went off the floor of the desert.
You cold countries know that clear skies, cold nights.
You guys in the north know in Calgary when there are clear skies overnight, cold winter night. And so that's what happened here. We should hit 70 something today, I thought.
Yes, it's lovely during the day.
It's going to be nice.
I was so surprised when the furnace kicked on.
Unbelievable.
You're sounding a little nasally.
I'm stuffed up. We're 50 degrees right now.
New flowers.
Outside it's 50. The high expected today, 78. Pure sunshine. Pure sunshine. It's going to be a great day. Tomorrow's high, 69. Thursday's high, 63. For the high, we are going into another wave of water, another shower wave.
Yeah.
Saturday, Sunday, 79, 82 will be the two. Will be those two. But
and our lemon tree, I've never seen this before because I've just never paid attention in warm climates, I suppose. Our lemon tree still has lemons on it, but it's flowering again. It started another cycle, and they smell so nice. But I'm so congested at night.
Isn't that something? How
those flowers are killing me.
Yeah, isn't that amazing? Mirko, it ranged from China's secret police at your doorsteps to health issues. The comments about what happened to you.
Yeah.
The Chinese secret police arrived.
That's right.
He had a heart attack. Jen beat the crap out of him. He can't wake up. He's unconscious.
She pulled the plug.
She pulled the plug on him. We've never known that he's been plugged in the whole time.
Have you ever tested if he's a robot?
He's just a robot. He doesn't.
That's right. All those philosophers didn't know. You just have to be able to figure out which square has the traffic sign in it.
What can I say?
Now you're human.
Yeah, I was talking to Jen last night about something. I haven't mentioned this to the channel at all, but I love watching YouTube videos myself. And there are some YouTubers I follow that I love follow. I just like them. And there's a YouTuber I like to watch who I won't even name this YouTuber. I've never mentioned this YouTuber before. But this particular YouTuber revealed that last year, the YouTuber earned $910,000.
Oh, yes.
And I watched that whole video as to how that was done. And, it's legit. I know this YouTuber is generating this kind of revenue. But this is a YouTuber that gets lots of views, has 1.7 million subscribers, is not in the financial business, Definitely not a financial YouTuber. No,
No.
no, no. But this particular YouTuber works very hard, has been doing this for years. I mean, more than 15 years has been a YouTuber. And so I
Burns every penny. Yeah.
highly commend this individual. Again, I won't name them, but man, I am impressed. And I'm looking at the overnight success of this individual that took 15 years to get. And I wish that I were in my
Just
40s.
imagine what happens if they're late. Oh my goodness.
No, they're not live.
Well, that's true.
They're never. They don't do live shows. This particular channel does not do any live broadcast ever. But interesting, yeah, interesting to see. Anyway, 910 grand in revenues.
Yes.
Lots of brand
I'm seeing
deals.
where the limit is.
Lots of brand deals. What's that?
I'm seeing where the limit is. Where do I come on? There I go.
Here, that's for here. Now you know. That's right.
How close can I stand?
Yeah, you can stand that close. So if I stay here, I have a little more protection. A little more on, unless she gets a stick. Then I'm in trouble. She can reach with the
I
stick.
have to think. I don't even. Yeah, I know where my stick is. My cane. I know where the cane still is. I just don't.
She knows where it is. It's always within
will
reach.
Be going home with me.
Look at my face is frozen. There we go.
Oh.
Unbelievable. Oh man.
Your face is frozen.
Let's see what's going on here. Splair, Uncle Bruce, you're missing the comment from Bagel Babe. No, I got the last comment about writing a contract. Anyway, what else? Mirko, to be fair, alarm clock was in the mix. Manager Andy Jen, are you serving any vegetarian breakfast today? John Anderson, hello, Jen.
Good morning, John.
And Splair, we're just worried, but I had your last show around 15 hours ago in mind. So it was somewhat obvious that you can get late because of sleeping. At least I wouldn't be different. It wouldn't be different with me. Option Nomad, spring is official in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. I know, because tomorrow is snow with a high of 34, a low of 20. The Thursday's 43 was their show starts. Friday is 60% with 60 degrees with rain, and Saturday's 30 with snow. Spring is in the air in Milwaukee. Baseball is just around the corner.
Right.
Oh,
Calgary only has
no.
3 to 4 centimeters.
Splair, and good morning, Jen from Splair. Oh my. Unbelievable.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, we're not complaining, really. We really aren't complaining. It's tolerable for sure to handle 60s and 70s down here as Canadians. We're looking at what it's like in Calgary, and we're going, it's all right. It's okay. It's okay. The 50-degree difference is all right. We'll take the 50-degree difference. No problem at all. It's okay. Yeah, we're good to go.
Well,
You're going to do your
my
exercise? Yeah. Keep doing my thing.
Keep doing your thing.
Keep it going.
He's alive and well.
We got thumbs
Take
ups.
her strong.
Take her strong. We have 150 thumbs ups in the house. We need 50 more to get to 200. I don't know if we're going to get to 200. They might not forgive me for being.
That's right.
There's no alert show this morning.
No.
They're upset. They're PO'd out there.
The alert show was me going,
I have an alert for you, mister.
I woke up.
Yeah, here's an alert. You're late. How's that for an alert?
I shouldn't feel this good if he's still in bed. That sounds horrible.
That sounds bad.
But, I'm still really sleepy when you get out of bed.
That's true. That's true. She doesn't get up with me,
No.
No. Oh, gosh. See you later. Oh, yeah. Financial mischief. Option Nomads. Yeah, Wisconsin weather is ridiculous right now. Option Nomads. Bagel Babe. I'll start a study and let you know. Dominic Sansota has become a YouTube member. Welcome, Dominic, to the gang here. Glad to see you joining us and becoming a member. Chilling with Uncle Bruce member. Fantastic. You now will be welcomed by a whole bunch of folks here, which is typically what happens. And now you also get to use the coveted knee emoji from the Knights of Knee. Man, we got to love that. Once in a while, those come crazy. They go crazy around here with the Knights of Knee emojis. Thank you, Dominic, for joining. I invite everyone in the world to do what Dominic just did. Become a member of this channel ASAP and join this family. You can then post these emojis to your heart's content, among many others. But these are the coveted emojis that people love to pop up out there because it just says it all about what we're up to around here. Welcome, Dom says, Zach. I've started shorting SQ in a very small quantity since it crossed 70% RSI, says manager. And Alex is going, welcome, Dominic. Neat, 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 neat. And everyone is opening their windows around the world, yelling at the top of their lungs, neat, 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 as they hit the knee emojis to let the world know that this channel is alive and well, and we're on the air, and we will accept nothing but perfection for our investments by saying neat to the Knights of Neat. Thank you, one and all, for being part of the show and part of this channel as members and everything else. I appreciate it all. It's great that you're all here, and we welcome you to the party. Zach, neat, neat, neat. There it comes, some more knee emojis. Can't stop these guys. It's going bagel, babe. Neat, neat, neat. There it is. Giddy up. We're up 73 on the Dow. We're down 3 on S&P. We're down 53 on NASDAQ. That's it. That's where we're at on this market. Oil's up 45 centinos. I mean, really? There you go. What can I say? Anyway, that's the latest. GameStop is down 43 cents to 22.57. HIP looks like it's unchanged at 30 cents a share, although I don't even know if it's trading yet. It must be. Yeah, it's traded. 29,000 shares. SoFi is down 9 cents to 5.67. We've got Tesla at 188.90, down 291. Apple down 114. The Big E is here. Neat. Blair realized I'm behind 2 minutes. Was already surprised at how he's posting all the knees without his hands on the keyboard. How does he do that? Neat. There you go. The delayed signals going through the system. What can I say? It's the Chinese secret police. That's what it is. They're just messing with us. And they've messed with my alarm clock, obviously. What can I say? Can't wake up on time. You know how it is. You have to go through these guys. Anyway, it's crazy. Yeah, fun times. Can you name the individual that makes $910,000? Would love to know what he is doing or how he is doing it. Would love to know who it makes on YouTube makes $910,000 a year. I'm not going to mention it right now. I'm not going to say, but I congratulate the channel owner for a job well done, and that individual works very, very, very hard. That is a full-time commitment to a business, and I gotta hand it to him. I know what it's like to be a YouTuber, and these individuals who are doing this are doing so well, deservedly so. Fantastic. There you go, kids. That is the story as I see it here. HBQ is down 27, Unity down 20, Google down 160, Moderna down $1.09, Cisco down 7 cents, Pfizer down a dime, IBM unchanged, Microsoft down 245, ME down 3.5 cents, Matterport down a nickel, Cyxtera down 1.6 cents, Rocket Lab down 5.5, SmartRent down 2, Spire down 1.3 cents, Bed Bath Beyond is up 1.2 cents, Amazon down 28, Home Depot is up 70 cents, Netflix 332 up 471, Vanik Semiconductors down 350, Adobe down 360, Goldman up 90, Boeing up 460, Meta down 275. And that's really what's going on. It's a mixed bag. The Dow's up now only 63, a fifth of a percentage point. We're down 4.5 on S&P. We're down 61 on NASDAQ. There's the story as we are dealing with here. John Anderson going, neat. Blair, my alarm clock didn't go off as well. So who knows what rights and data YouTube is offering these Chinese right now. Blair going, neat. Curtis Savage, good morning, my fellow simpletons and degenerates. I hope everyone's having a great day. Loving my square position. Seems to be having a good day. I'm waiting to buy more. Let's go, Bagel Familia. There you go, everybody. Welcome to the party. We have now on the thumbs ups meter. I'm not 100% sure if we are actually up 156 or not on the thumbs ups meter. I don't actually know. My computer, my Facebook page has frozen completely. My image is in a suspended animation. I'm hoping you're getting signals and stuff out of me wherever you are out there. But I don't see anything good happening here at all. I see nothing but heartache on my computer screens of frozen everything going on. So I don't know if I'm even on the air. I'm hoping I'm on the air. I'd like to be on the air. I hope you can see the show. Welcome one, welcome all to the party today from around the world, wherever you are. Nice to see you here. And I'm just hitting my phone here, trying to see if I'm on the air on my phone. And I have a Vista Print commercial. Look at that. You gotta love that. And yeah, here I am. I'm on the air. Right on. I got 194 people, I think, watching right now, if I'm not mistaken. There, yeah, I've just given myself the thumbs ups, and I'm right here. Thank you, everybody. I have no idea how many thumbs ups I actually have. I don't think the phone tells you that. I doubt it. Thank you all for popping in and saying hi, being part of the channel as always. It is so much appreciated. 158 thumbs ups. I see it now. I see the thumbs ups on my channel, and thank you all very much for being here. There it is, right on. I am live, and there. See, there I am. I can see myself. Hi, Bruce. How are you? How you doing there, Bruce? You looking great. Although you got the phone in front of your head there. There he is. He's holding the phone in front of himself. He's waving at himself time and time again. Isn't that great? Okay, there you go. All right. I'm going to say goodbye to myself and get that out of there to not screw up the bandwidth over here. Unbelievable. All right. The Dow up 77 points. Back to the markets. And GameStop down 45 cents at 22.55. The GameStop high and lows for our session is now 22.41 for the low and 23.20 for the high. We haven't traded more than 85 cents range today. There's nothing going on. As you can plainly see for yourselves, the volume here, 961,000. Talking quiet. ATIP at 30.4, up a half a penny. SoFi down 9. Tesla down $3 to 188.81. Apple down 129. There you go. There you go. There you go. Let's see. Manager, the person who makes close to $1 million on YouTube is someone who must be providing some value to the member. Yes. The channel is well liked, has been for years and years, and the individual has their followers, their topics, their niche, and they're going with it. And they do excellent work, but they only make videos. They don't do live shows, and they're not like me at all. They're not doing finance stuff like I am. It's completely different. But kudos, I say, kudos to them. Wing Commander, Splayer might be 2 minutes behind. I'm 85 minutes behind. I'm done lurking. Splayer, damn. Wing Commander, that's for behind us all here, man. Better. That's why each member must be feeling great and contributing to his revenue goal. And I say, I thank you guys, because you as members are keeping this channel on the air. It's not YouTube that is keeping me on the air. YouTube is allowing me to be on the air. Yeah. And they do earn money from me. Yes, YouTube does make money from me. But what keeps me alive are classes, one-on-ones, and memberships. Without those three, I'd be out of here. It wouldn't be worth my time to do it. Jim Stevens, number 141. Alex, that is talking to yourself for the whole new level, man. That's unbelievable. Holding that phone like that. Korean, for some reason, I don't think you will be renting this same condo ever again. Yes, we're not necessarily going to be in this exact condo going forward. No, there will be. We would like to be in this complex that we're in. We're happy being in the club, Monterey Country Club. We're happy with it. Just like to have a little different location within the club. I think Flint, love the gang, love to the gang. Have a great day. Go SoFi. Thank you, Flint Creek. JR, I'm just a few hours of work. I'm just a few hours of work from releasing my next Uncle Bruce, and family parody video. Could you please indulge me and do a small rant on the Kumbaya Street saying, there are no shenanigans here, nothing to see over here type talk? Trying to research the shows, you've said this is an impossible task. Yeah, I can imagine 2 hours a show, 10 hours a week, 40 hours a month of airtime, 500 hours a year of just the morning show airtime. Yeah, that would be a bit. Yeah. People ask me all the time, Bruce, why don't you edit your shows? Why don't you go through your 2 hour shows and pull out 3 or 5 minute clips and just post those? You can make extra views that way. I go, yeah, sure. Yeah, I'll just rewatch myself for 2 hours and do that all over again. Or I'll keep notes. I'll write down, at 10:31 to 10:32, I talked about this topic. It ain't gonna happen. No. Oh my gosh. JR, you got to leave that to me. I have to be in the right frame of mind. Jim Stevens, stock markets with Uncle Bruce is made possible by viewers like you. No question about it. No question about it. It is absolutely viewers like you. One more time to remind you, again, anyone who's new, anyone who's not been around here, or people who've joined recently, who've become followers recently, if there are any of you out there who are finding this intriguing, the idea of writing options and making money from option premiums, and you're interested in taking my classes, if you haven't taken a single class yet, on my website, stockmarkerswithbruce.ca, I can arrange all 14 classes to be sent to you via a separate email that I would put together. If you'd like to purchase all 14 classes in one shot, all 14 classes in one go, you can save yourself $300. You'll pay for 12 classes, get 14 classes. So it's an $1,800 commitment, US funds. But I will send you all 14 lessons in one email, which you then can keep and refer to those classes anytime you want. The links are waiting for you. If that appeals to any of you, let me know. I know a couple of you have definitely done that lately, and I keep forgetting to mention it on the air. Kind of worth my while to mention it. In any event, in case any of you want to do that, just let me know, and we'll go from there. Now, if there are any of you out there who are as generous as some of you are out there, like unbelievably generous, and you would like to gift lessons to someone particular, you can do that as well. You need to send me a donation for each class, and you need to send me an email, a private email, with that donation or announcing the donation, and then tell me who you want to send the class to, whether it's one class or all 14, because some of you, I know, have been thinking about gifting all 14 classes to a specific individual you have in mind, a relative, a friend, a buddy, I don't know what. You can always do that by sending me a private email, and I will coordinate that with you at your convenience if you'd like to do that. So whether it's 1 or 6 or 2 or 1 or 5 or all 14, whatever. Okay. There you go. Thank you. I have suggestions, Uncle Bruce, for how you can increase your revenue. Thank you. JR, I got to start taking notes for future videos. You see some of the funniest stuff. JR, if any members can remember when Uncle Bruce has said the Kumbaya rant, please let me know. Thank you. Robert Benson, number 166 on the thumbs up meter. Thank you. Manager, I have shorted massive amounts of SQ shares to test my strategy, says manager today. Brian, March 29, GameStop news coming out about G-America, 1 p.m. Eastern time. Not sure about what exactly this is. Something coming out at 1 p.m. Eastern time. What is that, 10 o'clock my time? That's in 2.5 hours. I don't know why something would be scheduled like that. No idea what's going on. And this is tomorrow, not even today, March 29th. Still don't know what's going on. Brian, you got to help me. Where are you finding this information from? If you could let us know, we'd appreciate it. Okay, there you go. Let's go. Sports cards are hotter than ever, says a headline. Mickey Mantle is the new Honuswagger. I have 65,000 sports cards I would love to make a deal on, but none of them are Mickey Mantle. None of them are baseball. They're hockey cards and a little bit of football, a little bit of basketball, a tiny bit of baseball, but it's mainly hockey cards that I have. When I get back to Calgary, anybody want to make a deal on that? They're coming out of storage, going to an apartment, and they will be available. That is for sure, including about 3,000 comic books are available from this guy if anyone is interested. But I'm not going to tell you what they are on this show. I'm not doing it. All righty, there you go, kids. Fun times at the OK Corral. Thank you all today again for being part of this telecast. As short as it was, I appreciate it. Thank you for sticking around and wondering how I was doing when we weren't on the air on time today. Thank you for all of that. Thank you for those of you who've been hitting the thumbs ups button for us today. We are within roughly 30 thumbs ups away from 200, despite the fact that I started half an hour late. Unbelievable support from you folks. I do very much appreciate it. Thank you all so very, very much. Let's see here. What else is going on? Bobby Atkinson, it's how they will sell video games digitally, I'm guessing. Slayer, I have to use the topic to say it again. Alberto DQ, thanks for the class from the winter season a while ago. And Slayer has done well with those classes, hasn't he? Brian, this is from GameStop's Twitter feed, apparently. Bruce, Bagel Babe Manager, I did not read shorted as shorted. Cindy, I have 3 Mickey Mantle cards. Manager, my strategy, 1, 2, 4, 8, 16. That's my strategy. Splair, then you all have a successful, relaxed, and enjoyable day, and keep in mind to sleep enough tomorrow for prime time. Bobby Atkinson, Alberto is the video timekeeper, I think. There you are. Again, always special thanks to Alberto and also to Beach Boy. Beach Boy has been a donator, Alberto and others. Thank you, all of you, for helping others out. You guys are just phenomenal. If anything I can help with, you let me know if you have any wants or needs to get classes to people you want, that they want to get classes. You let me know. We're at 22.38 on GameStop. We are approaching the low end of the session here. I think we just set new lows on GameStop at $22.32 was the low registered now. 22.38 at the moment, down 62 cents. Still selling pressure coming in on GameStop. So those of you who have written calls, fold your arms and allow the stock to come back towards you. Those of you who've been successful in doing rollovers, congratulations to those of you who wrote 24s, 25s, 26s, 2250s, 23s. You went from 17s to 19s, 18s to 20s, 19s to 20s to 21s, whatever you've done. Congratulations, all you rollover specialists. You are getting benefits now as these shares slowly, very slowly back up a little bit, coming your direction. The Dow now is only up 8 points. We are definitely giving up the ground there. We're down 13 or 14 on S&P. NASDAQ down 100. So the NASDAQ is down 0.85%. The market is following NASDAQ now across the board. That's what's going on, is the market seems to be backing up at this point in time. Anyway, there it is. We got HIP at 30.4, up a half a penny. SoFi down 12 now to 564. Tesla 188.47, down 334 on the session. Apple down 192 at 156. That is the deal. Credit Savage, thank you, Uncle Bruce. And let's go Square and Netflix. Keep breaking hearts and wallets. You go, Kathy Woods. John Anderson, thank you, everybody. John Anderson, neat. JR, subbing today. Maybe I'll have time to research your videos. Sigh. Where is that kumbaya moment I was looking for? Oh, my gosh. Let's see how this goes. Oh, man. The Dow only up 8 now and just hanging around. Oil up 51 cents to 73.32. It's still trying to hang in there. 22.42 on GameStop with a low of 22.32. So we're near the lows of the session on GameStop. Credit Savage, I sold 10 $15 First Republic Bank covered calls for April 21, and I got $8.75 a contract. It's less than half that now. Just crossing my arms. I learned from our one-on-one. How about that? Beautiful job, and that is good stuff. Allow the profits just to keep coming your direction. It is good stuff. Way to go, buddy. Way to go. Don't be afraid to hold profit positions. Don't be afraid whatsoever. Allow them to be dominating your portfolio's profit positions and allow them to keep becoming bigger profit positions. It's all good. 22.40 on GameStop, down 60 cents now, 8 cents away from the low of the session as we speak. Again, a thumbs ups meter, 173. Thank you all for these thumbs ups, helping us out. We are only 27 thumbs ups away from nailing the 200 level. Hopefully on the rerun, people will get there. I can only say neat in response. Thank you all so much for helping out. The knee emoji attack is underway as we say goodbye for another session here. Thank you all so much for following and being loyal members and donators to the channel and class watchers and you name whatever you are, and I thank you for being what you are. How about that? Thank you all so very much. Neat is what I have to say to all of you for that. We're down 4.4 on the Dow now and 22.32 on GameStop. We're at the low of the day again on your GameStop. Here we go as we see more selling coming in. 22.22 is the low. 22.32, we're approaching the lows again, it looks like. We're at down 14 on SoFi, now 15 on SoFi, down 368 on Tesla, and we're coming in with more selling at the moment into the marketplace. Unity down 31 cents, HPQ down 36, Google down 220, Moderna down 159, Cisco down 21, Pfizer down 18, IBM down 6, Microsoft down 384. Sense a pattern going on here. There seems to be some red in the air at the moment as we are backing up here. First Republic Bank is up 12 cents, 13.95, just hanging on without going anywhere as it is slowing down in volatility, which means those contracts are going to back off even further, no doubt about it. Brian, neat. Credit Savage, I place 50-cent stink bids every day on the hope some poor shorter needs money and has to cover his positions. There you go. Right there. Well done, everybody. Okay, that's it from me. Don't forget, tomorrow night, Wednesday night, is Prime Time with Uncle Bruce, 8 o'clock Eastern. I look forward to all you gold bagelers to show up for that. We'll be on the air tomorrow. I promise we'll be on the air tomorrow at our usual times for the Bagel Alert and for the regular show. Join me for that. Keep your eyes open. You never know when I'll make a video. You never know when I pop something up here. And if anything crazy is going on, I'll be on the air if I can be to walk through it with you. See what's going on. Make money and just keep making money. Get richer. Oh, yes, please. Get richer out there. Thank you, everybody, for your support today. It was great to have you here. It's great to see you guys. I henceforth shall be known as 50 cents, says Credit Savage. There you go. Thank you also for these thumbs ups. 173 and counting. They're definitely coming through. I thank you all so much. My meter is stuck. I suspect I have more thumbs ups than that, but I can't tell you because my system isn't working on all levels right now. All right. Thank you, everybody. Karim, thank you. Credit Savage, neat. Thank you very much. It is appreciated. Everybody have a great one today. We'll see you definitely tomorrow morning, unless something else is crazy later today. All right, everybody. This is Bruce from Palm Desert, slowly waking up, saying we'll see you later and bye for now. Thank you, Credit Savage. Thank you, IR Aaron. Thank you, guys. See you a little later. Bye for now.